What is up, Cradix? In this video, we'll be talking about this week, the Money Event Week, as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for September 25th through October 1st, 2025. So, for new content, we have the new Spy Shots livery that is now available for purchase for the Overflot Suzume. For login rewards, we have the new Oktoberfest items, which are the Alpine hat and the gold Pizwazzer shorts that are only available until this event week ends. And continuing from last week, we have the red and black on the Pizwazzer t-shirts and the limited time Pizwazzer livery for the Titan 250D as well. However, those are available until the following event week, which ends on October 8th. Anyway, the LS Carmi prize right is the Ubermacht Revolter. It's primarily based on the Cadillac Escala concept and has normal price of 1.6 million. To get it for free this week, you have to get top 4 in an LS Carmi series race for 4 days in a row. In regards to performance, it's in a sports class and is a mid-tier performing vehicle in that class for most tracks, which isn't too bad considering it's a large sedan with no spoiler upgrade available. It gets most of its speed from its fantastic acceleration, plus it has the pushing power of like a truck, and it's all-wheel drive, so it's a ton of fun to drive around, but it doesn't offer any visual customization except for some liveries and the machine guns that are available in the MOC/Avenger, so keep that in mind. I still think it's worth acquiring this week, although the 4 days in a row requirement is a bit annoying. Continuing to the test ride vehicles, we have the Carbonizaire, the JB700, and the Bifta, and all three of these are removed website vehicles. And for current gen console and PC enhanced users, we have the Arbiter GT as the HSW test ride vehicle for this week. Continuing to the casino podium vehicle, we have the Chevrolet Taipan. It is primarily based on the Hennessy Venom F5, the Timo edition, and has normal price of just under 2 million. In regards to performance, it's in the supercar class and is one of the slowest vehicles in that class for track performance. It's absolutely dreadful, and that's mainly due to the slow handling flash, which makes it go slow over bumps. It also handles pretty terribly and has terrible acceleration, and whoever designed this thing at Rockstar just did a terrible job with awful proportions, body lines, headlights, just one of the ugliest cars in the game in my opinion. But if for whatever reason you've been wanting to own one, I guess here's your chance. In terms of the dealership cars this week, in luxury autos we have the Suzume and the Impaler LX. Continuing to Simeons, we have the Michelin GT, the Verlier, the Entity XF, the 190Z, and the original Coquette, and all of these are removed website vehicles. Continuing to the discounts, starting off with the property discounts, we unfortunately don't have any this week. For vehicle discounts, we have 20% off the Suzume. So this one released with the recent Money Fronts DLC and was the free supercar for GTA Plus members. It's an electric car that drives decently, but with a normal price of just over $3 million, the performance is just not there at that price point. It doesn't even make it into top 10 for non-HSW supercars for track performance, which is a bit sad. And the rear wheel gap is just atrocious even in its lowest suspension setting. I don't recommend this car at all. There are way better supercars out there for a lot less money. Next up, we have 30% off the Entity XXR. So this one's in the supercar class and unfortunately has the slow handling flash, which makes it go slow over bumps. And it's a shame considering the iconic Koenigsegg Agera that it's based on, but I will say it's still a nice car to look at in your garage. So if you've maybe been wanting to own it as like a nice garage showpiece next to your Bugattis and stuff, it might be worth it to you. Moving along, we have 30% off the GB200. So this one's in the sports class and is another one that is sadly plagued with these slow handling flags. It's ruined such a good car because the customization, the styling, and the detail of this car was just very well done. I really like this one a lot, and I still kind of think it's worth it for that alone, even though it's not that great of a car to drive because of the slow handling flags, but it's still a very well made car other than that. Continuing, we have 30% off the ETR1. So this one's in the supercar class and is a top 25 performing car in that class, which is pretty good. This is mainly due to its above average handling. It has a great exhaust note and the styling I think was very well done, but the customization is pretty limited with only a few options, so keep that in mind. Next up, we have 30% off the Z-Type. So this one's in the Sports Classics class. It's an OG vehicle, and till this day, it still has the highest non-HSW top speed in the entire Sports Classics class, which is very impressive. Now, unfortunately, its acceleration isn't all that great, and its handling has a lot of understeer, but I absolutely love the exhaust note of this thing, the styling, the decent customization, especially for being an OG classic car. I highly recommend this one if you don't already own it. Moving along to the Summer San Andreas website, we have 30% off the Firebolt ASP. So this one's in the off-roads class and offers HSW, making it one of the fastest vehicles in that class alongside the HSW Monstrosity. However, the HSW Monstrosity does accelerate and handle better, so on most tracks that one will be faster, but the Firebolt ASP does have a slightly higher top speed. The customization is pretty decent on the Firebolt, and I love the styling of it, of course being based on the iconic Ford Lightning. It's a pretty decent deal at this price. Next up, we have 30% off the Hot Ring Hellfire. So this one's in the sports class and is one of the slower vehicles in that class, but for Hot Ring races, it is the best one to use since it doesn't have the slow handling flags like the other two Hot Ring cars, and it has some visual customization as well. Continuing, we have 30% off the Journey 2. So this one is a personal vehicle, it's not a Pegasus vehicle, which is kind of cool to have an RV as a personal vehicle in a regular garage, and it does offer some customization, but it's pretty limited with only paint, wheels, and some liveries. I really feel Rockstar should have taken the time to give us proper interior and exterior customization for it, but it just is what it is. Next up, we have 30% off the Draugr. So this one's in the off-roads class and is one of the fastest non-HSW vehicles for racing in that class, alongside the BF400. But obviously on intense off-road tracks with deep water areas and stuff, the Draugr is the one you want to be in, and it's arguably the best off-roader in the entire game. It's just an absolute beast. I highly recommend this one. Continuing to the Warstock website, we have 25% off the Titan 250D, which is a repeating discount from last week. So this one can seat 15 players and has some great weapons. However, for those of you who don't know, with the Money Fronts DLC back in June, Rockstar did nerf the 25mm and 45mm cannon range, which is a real shame. And they also fixed the autopilot trick, where it would still keep flying when the engines were dead, which is a real shame as well. I personally don't think it's all that worth it anymore, especially since it was already at a major disadvantage, but I'll leave that up to you guys. And lastly, we have 30% off the turreted limo. So this one has a lightly bullet-resistant windows and takes 2 homing missiles to blow up, but it is a Pegasus vehicle, which means it offers no customization. I don't really recommend this one, it's pretty useless. Moving along to the gun van, where the photo open's available this week, and we have 50% off the El Strickler, 40% off the Precision Rifle, and 100% off the baseball bat, making it free. For double money, we have double money NRP on Community Series Combat Jobs, Special Vehicle Stunt Races, the Assault on ATT-16, which is the Aircraft Carrier Adversary Mode, Gerald's Caches, and the Gerald Contact Missions. For the weekly challenge, if you complete 3 Gerald's Last Play missions this week, you receive a 100k bonus. And as a separate bonus, if you collect one of the G's caches and complete all 6 of the Gerald's Last Play missions, you'll be awarded with a $500,000 bonus. But keep in mind that this bonus won't hit your account until 72 hours after you complete this challenge. For the FIB Priority Phonogram Factory this week, it's going to be the Black Box File. Continuing to the Liquid Vehicle Robberies from the Salvage Best, again, it's only changed once per event week. We have the McTony Robbery with the Click, the Cargo Ship Robbery with the Dominator GT, and the Gangbang Robbery with the Paragon R, and none of these are claimable this week. Lastly, for the time trials, this week's normal time trial is Galileo Park. I recommend a quick bike for this one. For the premium race, we have the Motorcycle Race Art to Art. And lastly, for current gen console and PC users, the HSW Time Trials East Vinewood. As always, the HSW Hakachu Drag be the best one for these. In terms of my vehicle discount pick of the week, I'm going to have to go with the Draugr. It's not only the fastest non-HSW off-roader for most races, it's arguably the best off-roader in the entire game. Plus it has great customization, and it's a 4-seater. It's such an overall great vehicle. Anyways guys, overall this event week I want to say is slightly above average. The 500k bonus in addition to a normal 100k weekly challenge bonus is an interesting thing that I hope Rockstar keeps doing every week to entice players. I think it's a neat idea to get players to play the featured missions / events, And the rest of the bonuses are pretty decent and with discounts as well, although no properties on sale is a bit disappointing. So factoring in everything, I'm going to give this week a solid 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Anyways, again guys, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.